Most people think the future of work will change slowly, step by step. That belief is already outdated. In just a few years, entire roles have disappeared, new ones have emerged, and the way people create value has shifted dramatically. This is not a distant future scenario. It is happening right now, quietly and unevenly, often without warning. Some people are adapting and gaining leverage. Others are falling behind without realizing it. In this video, we will break down the key forces shaping how work actually changes, and what separates those who benefit from the shift from those who struggle to keep up. For a long time, work was built around stability. People chose a profession, learned a fixed set of skills, and expected those skills to stay valuable for years. Companies were structured around predictable processes, and progress followed relatively clear paths. That model worked because change was slow and technology moved in cycles that humans could comfortably follow. Today, that balance no longer exists. Tools evolve faster than organizations, and systems change faster than people can retrain. What makes this shift different from previous technological revolutions is its speed and reach. Artificial intelligence, automation, and digital platforms are not confined to one industry. They are reshaping creative work, analytical work, operational work, and decision-making at the same time. This creates an uneven landscape where some people gain massive leverage while others feel increasingly replaceable. The difference is not intelligence, talent, or effort. It is positioning. Understanding how work is changing is no longer optional. It directly affects income, career stability, and long-term relevance. The tools and patterns shaping this shift are already visible. They are not hidden behind complex theories or distant predictions. They are practical, accessible, and already being used. To understand the future of work, we need to look at these forces individually and see how they connect. That is exactly what we are about to do. Number 7. Flexible work without a fixed schedule. For most of modern history, work was defined by strict schedules. People were expected to start at the same time, finish at the same time, and remain available even when productivity was low. This structure made sense when work depended on physical presence. Factories, offices, and centralized systems required synchronized time. But knowledge work does not. As digital tools became widespread, results slowly became more important than hours. In the coming years, this shift will accelerate. Many people will no longer work based on fixed schedules, but based on energy, focus, and output. Work will adapt to individual rhythms, not the other way around. This will not remove discipline. It will simply change what discipline means. Work will adapt to people instead of people adapting to work. Number 6. AI as an invisible daily assistant. At first, new technologies always feel noticeable. They demand attention. They feel impressive and disruptive. Artificial intelligence is currently in this phase, but history shows a clear pattern. The most powerful technologies eventually disappear into the background. Electricity, the internet, and smartphones all followed this path. AI will do the same. Instead of feeling like a separate tool, it will quietly support everyday decisions, such as planning, research, filtering information, and handling routine tasks. Most people will not think about using AI. They will simply expect systems to work. What feels advanced today will feel ordinary tomorrow, not because it failed, but because it succeeded. Number 5. Careers without a single direction. For a long time, careers followed a predictable path. Education led to one profession, followed by gradual progression. This model relied on stability. But stability is becoming rare. Industries change faster, skills lose relevance quicker, and roles evolve constantly. As a result, careers will become fluid. People will move between roles, combine skill sets, and reinvent themselves multiple times. Instead of linear paths, careers will be built in chapters. Progress will be measured not by consistency, but by growth and relevance. Adaptability will replace loyalty as the foundation of long-term success. Number 4. Digital identity as a form of capital. In the past, identity was mostly local. Reputation traveled slowly, and opportunities were limited by geography. Digital platforms changed this completely. Today, skills, opinions, and credibility can be visible to anyone. In the future, digital identity will become a core personal asset. Not just a profile, but a living record of skills, experience, and trust. People will be known not only for what they claim, but for what they demonstrate publicly. Visibility will open doors, while silence will close them. Digital identity will shape access to work, collaboration, and opportunity. Number 3. Continuous learning as a requirement. For most of modern history, learning was treated as a temporary phase of life. People studied when they were young, acquired a profession, and then relied on the same knowledge for decades. This system worked because industries evolved slowly and skills remained relevant for a long time. That world no longer exists. Technology changes faster than ever before. Tools are constantly updated, and entire job roles can shift within just a few years. As a result, knowledge now has an expiration date. What you know today may no longer be enough tomorrow. In the coming years, continuous learning will stop being an advantage and become a basic requirement. This does not mean people will return to traditional education over and over again. Instead, learning will happen in short, practical cycles focused on specific skills. Online courses, hands-on training, and constant upskilling will replace long academic paths. The most valuable individuals will not be those with the most degrees, but those who can learn quickly and adapt efficiently. Learning will no longer be a milestone in life. It will become an ongoing process. Number 2. Access replacing ownership. For generations, ownership was closely connected to security and success. Owning property, equipment, and resources symbolized independence and stability. However, ownership also comes with hidden costs, such as maintenance, long-term commitments, and high upfront investments. As digital platforms expand, access is increasingly replacing ownership. Instead of buying products outright, people now pay for temporary access to what they need, exactly when they need it. Software subscriptions replace physical tools, shared platforms replace personal assets, and on-demand services replace long-term commitments. This shift is not about losing control. It is about gaining flexibility. Access allows individuals and businesses to scale faster, adapt to new conditions, and change direction without heavy financial burdens. In a world where needs change rapidly, flexibility becomes more valuable than possession. In the future, success will be defined less by what people own and more by what they can access at the right moment. Number 1. Constant change as the new normal. The most significant shift shaping the future is not any single technology or trend. It is the speed at which everything changes. In the past, long periods of stability were common. Systems remained relevant for decades, skills stayed valuable for years, and long-term planning was based on predictability. Today, that stability has disappeared. Markets evolve quickly, technologies advance rapidly, and strategies that work today may fail tomorrow. In this environment, planning for permanence becomes risky. Adaptability replaces certainty as the most valuable skill. Those who resist change often feel overwhelmed and fall behind, while those who accept it learn to move with it. Change is no longer an interruption to normal life. It is the baseline condition. The future will not reward those who seek stability at all costs. It will reward those who can adjust, learn, and respond as conditions shift. Constant change is no longer the exception. It is the new normal. Across all these shifts, a clear pattern begins to emerge. Work is not being destroyed in a dramatic, overnight collapse. It is being quietly restructured, task by task, expectation by expectation. The roles disappearing first are not defined by titles, but by how predictable and repeatable the work is. Anything that can be clearly described, standardized, or optimized becomes a candidate for automation. At the same time, work that depends on judgment, context, creativity, and decision-making does not vanish. It transforms. This creates a growing divide, not between professions, but between approaches to work. People who rely on fixed routines and static skill sets feel increasing pressure. People who learn how to adapt, combine tools, and continuously update their value gain leverage. The biggest change is psychological. For decades, stability was the goal. Now, flexibility becomes the advantage. Careers are no longer built by avoiding change, but by navigating it intentionally. The future of work rewards those who understand systems, not just tasks. Those who can learn quickly, think independently, and work alongside intelligent tools will not compete with machines. They will direct them. This is why the real risk is not job loss itself. The real risk is remaining unaware while the rules quietly change. The future does not arrive all at once. It unfolds gradually, and by the time it feels obvious, it is already too late to catch up. The future of work is not something to fear, but it does require awareness. Most changes do not arrive as sudden shocks. They arrive quietly, becoming normal before we fully understand their impact. Those who take time to observe these shifts, question old assumptions, and adapt early, rarely feel the pressure to catch up later. This channel is about understanding those changes clearly and without hype. If you want to explore how technology, tools, and long-term trends are shaping the world around us, you are in the right place. Thank you for watching.